To fill no fewer than 2,000 vacant positions. Chairman of Anti-Corruption Commission pledged to reopen the investigation against former Kenyan President William Ruto has backed his trade minister for threatening a media house. Today is Thursday, 4th of Zulhijjah 1444 after the Hijrah of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, which is equivalent to 22nd June 2023. I'm Khadija Nulamin with the news info. President Bola Tinubu is set to fill no fewer than 2,000 vacant positions following Monday's dissolution of governing boards of over 153 agencies, parastatal institutions, and government-owned companies. It was guarded yesterday that the president will fill the positions mostly with members of his party, the All Progressive Congress. The dissolved boards were among the 209 constituted by former President Muhammad Buhari in December 2017. A statement by the Director of Information, Office of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Willie Bassi, said only boards of commissions and councils listed in the third schedule, Part 1, Section 153 of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria were excluded from the President's directive. The Nigeria Judicial Council, Code of Conduct Bureau, Council of State, Federal Character Commission, Federal Civil Service Commission, Independent National Electoral Commission, National Population Commission, Police Service Commission, and Revenue Mobilization, Allocation, and Fiscal Commission are part of the agencies excluded from the directive. Newly reinstated chairman of the Kano State Public Complaints and Anti-Corruption Commission, Barrister Muhyi Magajiri Mankado, has pledged to reopen the investigation against former Governor Abdullahi Umar Ganduje on some controversial videos. It will be recalled that Daily Nigerian, an online publication, had released some videos of Ganduje allegedly collecting kickbacks from contractors, an allegation which the ex-governor denied, saying the videos were doctored. For speaking on Trust TV's Daily Politics, Muhyi Mangado, who was removed by Ganduje after some altercation but was reinstated by Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf, said the probe was necessary. He also spoke on a wide range of issues, denying that he was used to remove Alhaji Muhammad Sanusi as emir. Some gunmen have reportedly invaded Ejule town in Ofu local government area of Kogi State, killing residents in the process. Our correspondent learned that the attack started around 3 a.m. today when a commercial motorcyclist, popularly known as Okada rider, and the wife of a youth leader in the community were reportedly killed in the attack. The Okada rider was said to have been hit by a stray bullet, while the woman was said to be out looking for her husband when she was hit and died immediately. Also, a family house in the town was reported to have been set ablaze by the hoodlums. The security advisor to the Kogi State Governor, Commander Jerry Omadara, retired, confirmed the incident in an interview with Daily Trust, but said he is yet to get the details. Also, the police public relations officer in the state, SP William Aya, did not pick up his calls when contacted. Meanwhile, the report from the area as at 9:30 a.m. indicated that some people were indoors while others had fled the town. The Federal High Court in Abuja has fixed October 23rd for hearing in a suit filed by a former Minister of Petroleum Resources, Diezani Alison Madueke, to challenge the seizure of her asset by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. Justice Inyang Eko fixed the date yesterday after Diezani's lawyer, Benson Ibanoy, and EFCC counsel, MD Baraya, regularized their processes. The suspended chairman of the EFCC, Abdulrashid Bawa, had revealed that $153 million and over 80 properties were recovered from Diezani. Though the EFCC said Diezani fled to the United Kingdom in 2015 in the twilight of the former President Goodluck Jonathan, in which she served as minister, to escape arrest, Diezani maintained that her movement to the United Kingdom was to treat breast cancer. In the suit filed through her lawyer, Mike Ozekome Dizani is also urging the court to set aside the bench warrant issued against her on July 24, 2020, but the EFCC maintains that the disposal of the properties followed due process of law, adding that none of the forfeiture orders had been set aside on appeal. You are listening to the news from the studio of Sawaba. Stay tuned. Welcome back. The former chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC), Abdulrasheed Bawa, is still in the custody of the Department of State Services (DSS) 1 week after he was suspended, although officials of the secret police have yet to make offenses of the embattled former anti-graft agency buzz public. It was learned that Bawa is still being grilled over some issues and his role in the currency redesign. It will be recalled that operatives of SSS immediately picked up him shortly after he was suspended by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Meanwhile, human rights advocates and civil society organizations have faulted the continued detention of the former EFCC chairman, calling on the secret police to either charge him to court or release him. Effort to get an official reaction from the DSS spokesman Peter Funanya proved abortive as calls to his mobile phone were rejected, and he has yet to reply to a text message sent to him as of when filing this report. The Nigeria Labour Congress (NLC) had yesterday shut down a Chinese company, Shaanxi Construction Engineering Group Corporation, over what it described as the humanizing condition of Nigerian workers in the company. The union arrived at the company located at the new headquarters of the Economic Community of Western African States (ECOWAS), Lukwe, Abuja, as early as 7:30 a.m. It was also reported that there was initial resistance as the gate of the company was locked against the protesting union and its picketing team, but was later opened by the management. The management of the construction company did not speak on the protest or respond to the allegations raised by the labor. Addressing the protesting workers, General Secretary of NLC, Emmanuel Oboaja, lamented the alleged inhuman treatment meted out to workers at the construction site. He said the Chinese company engaged the workers on an ad hoc basis with no conditions of services attached or any welfare or medical services in place. Court of Appeal sitting in Port Harcourt, Rivers State, has set aside a warrant of arrest issued by a Rivers State High Court in a criminal suit filed by the state government against former governor and the immediate past Minister of Transportation, Chibuike Rotimi Amaechi, and 5 others. Justice Chiwendu Nwogu of the Rivers State High Court had on May 17, 2023, issued a warrant of arrest against Amaechi as well as the governorship candidate of the All Progressive Congress APC in the state, Tony Eko, former commissioner for energy Augustine Wokocha, and 3 others, which was challenged at the appeal court. The 3-man panel led by Justice Joseph Ike in an unanimous ruling on the application said the Rivers State High Court was wrong to have proceeded in the matter when the process was already being challenged at the appellate court. It was gathered that the 3-man panel of the appeal court also set aside the warrant of arrest order issued against Amaechi and 5 others and faulted the process of effecting service on the defendant. One of the counsels to Amaechi and other defendant, Achinike Williams Wobodo, said the ruling of the appeal court on the suit has put a stop to the illegality of the state government under the former governor Nyesom Ezenwo Wike. At least 15 people have been confirmed killed in a separate attacks in Boy and Chisu communities of Mangu local government area of Plateau State. It was gathered that the incident occurred in the late night of the Tuesday when residents had gone to bed. Investigation revealed that the attackers stormed the 2 communities, simultaneously killing and setting ablaze any house on site. An eyewitness, Pamshak Ishaya, alleged that some people were killed by Fulani militias at a community leader's house when they ran to him to seek refuge in his house during an attack at Chisu village on Tuesday night at about 11 p.m. It was learned that the Kokin RCC church in Boy on Mangubokos Road was also burnt along with several houses, vehicles, and tricycles. It was also gathered that the people of the community had sporadic gunshot and ran to the residence of their community leader. Unfortunately, the house was set on fire by the military men and 11 burnt bodies had been picked up while the search for others is still ongoing. Kenyan President William Ruto has backed his trade minister for threatening a media house over its expose of a cooking oil scandal. Moses Kuria had warned government department not to advertise with the Nation Media Group (NMG) after the report which alleged that certain private firms were allowed by his ministry to import cooking oil tax-free. The report noted that the specific exemption under Kenyan law could only be made for emergency relief goals, with the entire deal potentially leading to the loss of more than $100 million. His comment caused outrage in the media sector, even earning him a rebuke from the industry regulator. Mr. Kuria vowed never to apologize for his remarks, accusing the media of being biased. Yesterday, a high court had issued an order barring Mr. Kuria from uttering any demeaning or insulting words against journalists, pending a case filed by a human rights activist that the minister's outburst made him unsuitable to serve as a public officer. This is the end of the news, but before I go, recap of the major story. You heard President Bola Tinubu to fill no fewer than 2,000 vacant positions. Chairman of Anti-Corruption Commission pledged to reopen the investigation against former governor. Kenyan President William Ruto has backed his trade minister for threatening a media house. On behalf of the head of news department, Salamatun Hudaliman, our editor, Amina Ibrahim Shahada, our continuity announcer, Halima Hassan Ibrahim, our online editor, Umar Muhammad, I am Khadija Nulamin Eliman saying thanks for listening.